Greetings and welcome, beloved co-creators. I am that I am, Gilles Mansillon. And I come to you today very briefly to share a few ideas on some new paintings that I've been starting to completing on working on. The process of painting is like a bit like life. It teaches you about creation, it teaches you about destruction. So sometimes you have to destroy something in order to create, recreate over it. Of course, you don't want to be afraid of a blank canvas or even to destroy something that has been created. Essentially, it is a great painter named Jasper Johns who say always work on the side of the painting that does not work, try to leave everything alone. Essentially, my paintings are conceptual, symbolic, but the great masters that influence me in terms of color application is Henri Matisse, and in terms of philosophical ideal would be about like Picasso, because he's also an ascended master that works with me on the inner plane. His philosophy is the philosophy of love of form, love of art, love of colors, love of woman. Art is about love, and so this is very much what I'm undertaking to continue the work of those great artists. Matisse also was his central philosophy was that art has to be about more than just art, and of course my art is a lot more than just about art. It's about the keys and codes of the higher plane, the spiritual realities that are exist in the invisible world. And for let's say 25 years, I've been working 5 to 10 hours a day working in creating art, and now this year I will be bringing this beginning to bring this art into the world. So it is a great undertaking, but I've got a great inventory, and I feel very confident that I will be able to actually make myself a major place in relationship to what is going on in the art world. For it wasn't the time before. Those new Renaissance art wasn't really ready for. It's not about design, decoration, and surface happening. It is about the inner depths, and there is a lot of content within my art. So sometimes my work is very settled, so it takes a very long time. Sometimes I feel a painting is finished, and then a month later I say, well, this could be improved there. And so until the time there is absolutely nothing more to do, then it's staying in the studio. Also, sometimes the paintings go through stages where they go through the pretty at the beginning, and then they go through they become really ugly. But sometimes it needs to go through that in order to get to the end result where it's actually magnificent and complete and finished. And the same thing a little bit with life too. Sometimes we are going through very difficult period, but then at the end the forces of life always raise us up and make us straight and make a whole, make everything gets completed. So we have to go through all kinds of things, and so creating art is a great school of evolution, and so I've been using that to communicate with spirit, to work with spirit, and to commune with spirit. And so I like to share just a few paintings. This one is called Orvonton. It is somewhat of a bit larger than a star map. It is the central world called Uversa, and then it represents the 10 major centers of our super universe, and it's called Orvonton. What is left to do is the signature is in yellow here, and I think I'm going to do it in dark color. But other than that, I think this painting is pretty much finished as far as I can tell right now. Also, I've been working on portrait. This one I'm not sure if it will really come out in video, but it's a magnificent portrait. I started in 2012 of a friend of mine. It went through some very, very bizarre stage, and all of a sudden it was finished. But she's got this magnificent look and very mysterious. She keeps there is all kinds of things, even the white spot on the paintings. It's on cardboard. Of course, there is a part that is maybe a bit sketchy, but I can't really even touch it. It is too finished to even be touched. I signed it very discreetly up on top here. So this is a new series of portraits that I will continue to do if I meet women that inspire me to do portraits. I'm also going to rework some nudes I had started in 2006, 2005. But this is I really love that painting. I keep looking at it, and she keeps looking back at me, and so For the eyes are the most difficult thing. It is they are the windows to the soul, and so it is about painting the soul. It is it's a very complex process. Modigliani would often not even do the eyes because he said, "Well, I can't see your soul, so I can't even paint your eyes." So I've done also paintings of portraits without the eyes, but so it adds to the mystery. But they all have to be unique. This one I quite like it. This painting here is, I thought it was finished the other day when I showed it, but what happened is that now I put some silver lightning on the blue that separates my personal astrology. So it is, I think, I'm not really sure what to do on it. I'm going to let it sit for now. This one is kind of, I've already showed it. It is, the bottom part is over, but the galactic sun here is keep on being expanded. And so this is really what's left to do, is to finish this great central sun. The painting next to it is another one of Uversa, of Arvonton, the super universe. And so he's got the 10, I'm going to try to... What's left to do is the center. The center is not strong enough yet, but other than that, the painting is quite over. It is quite beautiful. Here is a very smaller painting that's quite bizarre, but it's kind of interesting. It is a big challenge. It started as a grand universe painting, but then it became blackened on the back, on the bottom. And now there is this scene, that is this earth scene that is happening with this sun, and then there is a starry realm. So this will take a while, but it is happening. And this is a very, very important painting that I've been working on. It is a painting on cosmology. So the bottom part is, I started in 2003. And so all the bottom part is done. The Paradise Center here is very, it represents the master universe on the bottom. And the top here is the 7 great families of spirit beings, but it's still, some parts are really already quite nice. But all of this will take form. It is taking a while. My biggest challenge, I had to restart from the center, from the deity perspective, and to find a way to symbolize the 3 paradise deities. So this is really where it's standing right now. I have to, once I do that, I'm going to be able to go through one family at the time and complete the painting. Here we have the symbol of the supreme, of the ultimate and the absolute, the 3 level of deity attainment. And the universe aids. There is all the 7 great families of spirit beings. So yeah, basically it's a lot of destruction and recreation have to happen all the time. So it is just sort of show that painting, and it's kind of, I did thousands and thousands of photos, so I have all the process of creation that has been documented. So the bottom part is quite finished, but there's still much work to do on the top. And this one is the last one of the, oops, sorry. This one is the last one of the 3 that I started on the not too much light, of the solar system and the gathering of the planets. So there is all the, I think this one is pretty much complete as well. So this is just but a few paintings. I thought I make a little video to document it, and so that will also be good for me to have a little memory of that day where I showed those paintings, and I kind of express my, try to synthesize a little bit of what my process has been and will be in terms of in relation to the creation of those cosmic work. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day. I hope you find this interesting. Please feel free to comment, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.